Hey everybody, it's your girl. Can you hear me now?
Hear you now.
Hey everybody, it's your girl off the dock B. She's in the building. And guess what? We have a special treat for you tonight. Oh boy, Bring It to the Table is a safe space where you can come anyone. We address everyday people like you and me who has overcome, conquered, and survived and is living beyond your dreams. It's the offspring from my book, The Three C's. So please click like and share. Tonight, we have someone near and dear to my heart coming on, and I know that you guys know her. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Share it with someone, please. This is very important tonight. It's a different type of episode. I'm telling you, never seen. I think I did this one time before, Azzam.
Yeah.
One time, yeah, I think I did a fundraiser one time before for a young lady who was leaving for college. So hold on to your seats because I'm going to bring on no other than Miss T. And we're just going to get right to
Come
it.
on in. Let's go, Miss T in the building.
Hey,
Yay.
how you
Can
doing,
you
Miss
hear
T?
me?
Yes, we can hear you really well.
All right.
Yep. Okay, Azzam is our co-host. He's here. You want to introduce yourself, Azzam?
Yes, yes. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? They call me the Triple A, Azzam Abdulaziz, and I'm officially the co-host of Bring It to the Table, where we keep it real. I am so excited, and thankful for the opportunity to be here with y'all. We get to learn about each other. We get to heal together. We get to cry together. We get to grow together, and we keep doing it together as long as we be transparent.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so let's go. Let's get it. And who are you, Miss T?
Um,
Yeah, who's Miss T? Explain that to the audience.
who is Miss T? Miss T is a child of God. Miss
Mhm.
T is definitely a believer in many things. She's a believer in herself. She is a mom. She's a wife. She's a teacher. She is an educator. She's a motivator.
Come on.
Yes.
Um, she is so many things to so many different people,
Mm-hmm.
um, and in so many different ways. She wears many hats. Um, and she's passionate about everything that she does and who she does it for. So that's Miss T, and she's growing. Okay, let's not forget that part.
That part.
Oh, yeah. There's room. I
She's
like
those
that. There's
things.
room for growth. Okay.
Yes, because she's those things, but she's also missing some things too. And so she's growing, and what Michelle Obama say, becoming.
Okay.
And I'm
That
going to
part.
end that introduction. She is becoming.
Uh-huh. Oh, we have a few guests that's already on. Thank you all for joining. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Richard. Look over here. I gotta look at a couple of different
Hey,
places.
y'all.
Hey, Tony. Oh, is that my brother Bill? Is Bill here tonight?
Thanks
Well,
for
he is home because
joining.
he's becoming an ordained deacon this weekend, so he might be on
Right.
watching us. That'll be nice. Is yeah. And so, well, thank you so much for introducing yourself to us. Well, I'm going to say reintroduce because you've been on here before.
Yes, I have.
Yes, last March to be exact, right?
Was it? I
Women's
don't
Month.
even
It was
remember.
Women's Month.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
It was Women's Month. You did the mental health segment, remember?
Right. I do
You had
remember.
just had your surgery. It was good. Yeah, just
Yeah.
you
Oh,
was married.
right.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
just got
sick and everything. Oh,
all that
yeah. Because
went
I
on.
had
And
just started
you came.
sharing what was going on with me in the health
Uh-huh.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I thank you for that. I just thought it was important that people know that Black woman's health is important.
Absolutely.
I think you did the health. A Black woman's health
Yeah.
was your segment,
Mm-hmm.
and Ms. Lockie did mental health. So that's good.
Right.
And so we want to welcome you all again to Bring It to the Table. And tonight we're here for a specific reason. And you're going to see, we're going to do things just a little bit different tonight. We're going to find out a little bit more about Miss T and where she is now in her career path and why she chose to take that route, because it's going to blow your mind, the faith that it took for her to take this leap, this to allow her career to go in this direction, because she's a woman of many hats, okay, and we do know that she's my child, okay. I had to get that out the way.
All right.
And yours keep creeping, and Zam, yours keep creeping out the room back there. He keeps sticking his little head out. He ain't went to bed yet. He ain't going to sleep till you go in there. Is that your daughter or your son? You on mute.
That is my son. He just like, yo, I don't know what he want to do. He just funny.
He want to hang out. He want to hang out with his dad. He's like, wait, Dad's up pretty late tonight. This ain't good.
Dad, you going in the meeting?
They know that's where we go. They know that's where we go.
Absolutely.
And so I want to say, I want to ask this question. So I know that you have several degrees. Can you tell the audience what those degrees are?
I don't know about several, but she all right. She has two. I have an associate's and then I have a bachelor's, and in pursuit to master it. Okay.
And you're in school right now, right?
Yes, to master it in educational leadership.
Wow.
And special education certification.
After her mama.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do I hear Dr. Morgan coming?
You know what? I think so. I really do think so.
Yes.
Nice.
I've been like saying
that would
no.
Be the dopest thing ever.
I've been saying no. I think I'll be okay, because at that point I would like to be, really like in a good solid platform as far as business wise. So I would think that, oh no, the doctorate, nah, but I think so now, because I'm seeing bigger. I'm still, like I just said, I'm growing, right? I'm becoming.
Yes.
And so when you know more, you want to know more, if that makes sense, right? When you know more and you get exposed to things and you see things, that inspires you to do more.
Yes, it does. I'm so happy for you. That would really be setting the bar for the next generation.
Yeah.
That's what I called myself doing.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the doctorate graduation was only because
right. Yeah, no, because you was good in the hood.
You ain't gonna believe it, saying I only went for the doctorate. That was a whole personal.
Right. You were good. You was good in the hood. Like, you was good in your career. Like, you were soaring. So yeah, we were like, why?
Everybody kept asking,
what are you doing? For what again? Okay.
It was the grandbabies were in elementary school, and they was hustling, man, getting to class, and and they were growing and growing. I'm like, they just gotta keep going. And that's when, I was living in Philly, and the statistics for young African-American men were very low. The grades, they weren't making it, and they were going to summer schools. And I'm like, not my grandkids. If they going to see if I can get off drugs, get my butt back on track, and make it to a doctorate program, they got to keep going. Like, they can't stop right now. They just can't stop.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I did a doctorate program. It was personal. I didn't need that to be no counselor, no substance abuse counselor. I didn't. I needed to I needed to lay down the legacy. I need to lay down the legacy, the foundation of education, how important it is in our family system, because that's one of our core values.
I mean, that was really good. That was definitely lit a fire back under me too, to kind of continue, because I had to keep stopping. I went to 5 colleges before I got my bachelor's, yo.
Oh, come on.
That ain't perseverance, Azzam.
Come on.
I went to 5 colleges before getting a bachelor's degree. Like,
come on. That's perseverance. And it's crazy, because that's what my name is. Azzam means the determined one.
Wow. That's dope.
It means the determined one. Yeah.
That's dope.
Wow, nice.
I went to 5 schools because I had babies in between, and that's a lot. And then it was one school I just got straight kicked out of. I just didn't
yeah.
meet the grade.
We got to hear about that. You got kicked out. What do you mean?
Straight kicked out. So, well, I don't know if I want to share that story.
Yeah, this is bring it to the table. You
I don't want to share that story. Like,
you just gonna say I got kicked out and think you got two clinicians up here. You think we ain't gonna say for what? You got two professionals.
Excuse me. I was a woman of a certain young age. Okay. And it was my first time in college.
Right.
And I kind of went not crazy, but I had a good time. Let's say that, okay?
But you know, Azzam, and I gotta tell about the part that I played in those years too.
Yeah.
Because I was just getting clean. I wasn't there to guide her. I was not there. I wasn't there to guide her. She already had a 2 year. I think John was like 2 when you went your first year of college, right?
Well, yeah, when I went back, like I tried to go right before getting into but we got serious. Like me and my husband, we got serious at that time. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to go away. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to try to go local.
I remember all of that. And you did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, perseverance looks exactly like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about resilience? Resilience look exactly like that. Yeah. How about determination? It looks just like that. You are one. You are one of the only Black women that I know in my life right now today. This is the true story, and I'm not saying this because you my daughter and all this, that, and the other. Because we was friends a long time ago. I'm not saying it because you're not my BFF no more. And not my, I'm saying that because of what really took place, what I saw. Like you are one of the Black women that I know that can be down today and 5 days later, I'm talking about, oh God, I'm getting so.
Don't start with your stuff.
I'm talking about Azzam. Oh, Mom, I left that job. I don't want that job. Well, what happened? That was a good job. They paid you like $68,000 just to do that. You could do that. No, well, I got a vision, and I'm gonna take this leap of faith on this vision and start a whole new program.
Come on.
Not once. No, I seen her open business. Not once, not twice. She ain't got no problem with saying, see y'all, my spirit calling me this way. And a lot of people can't do that and thrive in it. And you use your supports, and people don't understand that. That's how you make it, right, Sam?
That's it.
You use your supports.
Yeah.
You got to use your supports, So kudos to you with that. So tell us about Ed's House. Tell the audience, and congratulations on this new venture, because I know it was winter break. You packed your shit up from work and ain't never go back. So what happened? Tell the story.
Yeah. So, like she said, I just, when something's not right, when things is just not right, or when you see yourself depleting, and just so this is the phrase that I like to use now. Like, I love being a teacher, but I love teaching, but I started hating being a teacher. I love teaching, but I started to hate being a teacher. In those classrooms, in those systems. Broken isn't even the word anymore at this point. Wow. And I think the level of brokenness, it started, we know, way before the pandemic. A lot of times right now, a hot topic in the education sector is the pandemic. COVID messed these kids up. How many times do our people say that? Yeah. And not that that's incorrect, because it is accurate. Now, studies definitely show a decline in their ability to learn because these last 3 or 4 years they've been teaching themselves. We've been
Yeah.
virtual, right? So you add that on top of the deficit we already were in.
Oh
We
man.
already know the United States
Come
education
on.
system is the worst in the world. Yet we
Mhm.
have the most resources. Why?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
How is that possible? Not that the resources aren't there, the money isn't there. They're just choosing not to put it into our school systems. And so
Mhm.
when you get into the system on this side of this, I just told you I went to 5 schools. So I've been a scholar, like a professional scholar at this point
Mhm. Come
as a
on.
student. So now being on the other side and being in front of these babies, I'm in middle school.
Oh,
That's my thing. I feel like people always say, "Oh, that's the hardest." And you know
Right.
what? For some, it may be. But I
Mhm.
feel like that's the age that you get. And this is usually my little spiel when I go into
Mhm.
interviews. They say, why middle school? Why seventh, eighth grade? I really feel like this is the age that they are old enough and mature enough to take my delivery
Uh-huh.
and understand where I'm coming from and really see that somebody cares.
right.
Mhm.
And they're old enough to make those decisions if they're going down the wrong path.
Mm.
They're old enough and mature enough. They know what's going on. I'm telling y'all, these kids know way more than
Yeah,
we think.
sure.
And in this middle school age, while they may think they know everything, I think there's something on the inside where they still want more. Like
Mhm.
they will listen to you if they feel like you keeping it real with them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They will listen at this age, and in high school, it's they're just not as open. They're close to adulthood, honey. They're looking in the other direction, right?
Yes.
But the babies, they're too young to really grasp the realness of the world.
Mhm.
So, you're kind of like preparing them for that middle school age though. That's where you
Very
can see.
important.
That's
Very
where
important.
the data is. Like you can see it. You can see a
Mhm.
kid that's 7th grade, 8th grade. So me being in those systems and being abused in those systems as well, that was another thing for me. I came from corporate. I came from administrative, customer service, things like that.
Mhm.
I worked for one of the biggest financial institutions in the world.
Hoffman Roach. Hoffman Roach. What's the name of it? Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch.
Yes,
Merrill Lynch.
for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I just got tired of helping rich people get richer. I got tired of talking to old white people complaining about their retirement savings. Meanwhile, I'm over here still living paycheck to paycheck and can't save a dime. I got
Oh,
tired of walking into a corporate office looking how I look, but still trying to fit in to everybody else not being seen or heard. And at
Mm.
that point, I was almost 400 pounds. So I had a
Yeah.
lot of things stacked up against me in corporate America. I was a woman. I was a Black woman. I was a fat Black woman.
Mhm.
And I was authentically me, unapologetically.
Yeah.
So you come as yourself into these spaces where you clearly, they don't really want you there. They don't really want you there, but we try so hard to fit in.
Ooh.
And we try so hard to do the things that we see, what other people do. Oh, that person's getting treated that way. So maybe
Mhm.
I should approach it. No, just be who you are. But that was one of the reasons why I said I'm done with corporate America and I decided to jump into education. I had
Mhm.
children, only 2 at the time, and I'm one of those hands-on moms. Having a mom who I was a latchkey kid. My mom worked her behind off. She
Mhm.
worked, she had businesses, so and she always kept me in something after school, some kind of
mhm.
activity, but now I see why. I had to be
Mm.
kept busy
Whoa.
on because honey, I was born and raised in the projects, North New Jersey, Hyatt.
Okay. That part. Hyatt. Shout out
Right.
Hyatt.
The bricks, Hyatt, what up?
That's right.
Heard,
You they
you heard it
You
first
they
right
proud.
here.
I grew up in the hood, okay? Newark. So I see like the difference in how I was raised, who I am today. It's so crazy how, things just come full circle when you just see the reasons why your parents did the things that they did, especially when you become a parent. And so that's what made me say, I want to get into education, because I don't want to be the parent that say, oh, I got to work late, or I can't make it to your game. And here's the funny thing, though. Even though she was working and doing things, she was always the number one supporter.
Oh, that's it.
When it was showtime, she was in the front row hollering, embarrassing.
Gotta go.
Embarrassing me, right? So it's like,
damn, I'll be in the front row. You gotta make the seat, make that shot. What you say, coach? No, you can't do that. Come on the sideline. That's right.
Everything.
Threw me out the gym. They mess with in the projects. Meet me in the big field. Go get your mother. Go get your mother, little boy. Go get your mother. Meet me in the big field.
Yeah.
Ain't no cops, none of that. You messing with my daughter. It was bad. I was bad.
But it's like, when you are, you're in those environments and you see the parenting and things like that. And I'm like, I just don't want to be that parent. So what can I do that speaks to who I am? And at that time, I was just focused on things I was doing in the plus industry, which was like a lot of women empowerment things, because that was my very first business, hosting workshops and annual events for plus size women and overweight teen girls.
Nice.
And that's still a passion for me after losing the weight, because it's all about loving who you are at any size, wherever.
Well, there it is, folks. You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table with your girl off the Doc B and her co-host Azzam Abdullah Triple A. That's what he calls himself. Please check him out on TikTok. Okay, you're gonna love him on TikTok. Let me tell you.
He got some cool videos.
Yeah, he's a TikTok star. I love it. Listen, Azzam, you got any questions? She said a whole mouthful, didn't she?
Well, she got me going. I'm intrigued by it and stuff like that. So, was there any hiccups in this path that you took from? Because we talk about Newark, and then when I hear Newark, I hear Brooklyn, because I've been there. So when I went to Newark, I said, "It seems like I'm in Brooklyn." Our path, we came to addiction and stuff like that. Any of that happened in your life? Addiction, mental health, and in the upbringing?
Besides, me personally, no, I've never had like addiction issues, but definitely mental health. When you are,
the only addiction was like food and stuff, and I can tell you, I had that part. I had a part to play with that.
We're talking about drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not talking about
negative consequences with that. Emotionally stressed, unmanageable.
Oh yeah, a lot of that came with that's what made me get into going into business. And my first business was the business of empowering women, because I didn't have a space at that time, especially at that size. A lot of the women groups you saw were sexual or party girls. There really wasn't a solid group of plus size women that were like doing something, constructive, positive, supportive, besides the fashion industry. So when I found that community of women, I jumped in like, yeah, we get to be fly and fat. Count me in. Okay.
Hello, somebody.
And so that's what kind of brewed that entrepreneur thing. I'm like, okay, so the business of empowering, that's really what it was. And so I was doing all of these workshops and all of that kind of stuff, but I still have bills to pay. Right. How am I going to, this is, a business don't run itself. What we used to say, you got to have a 9 to 5 to fund a dream.
Right. To fund the dream.
And so every degree I've had, I've always had a job. I was doing homework on a job and a side hustle. Every job I've ever really had. But that just goes to show me that I keep running away from what's clearly calling me. Entrepreneurship, having my own business, because I get afraid or I revert back to the things that are comfortable, like working for somebody else and the next person all of the good ideas. I've had all of that happen to me.
Sure did. Now stop right there. Let me stop you right there. I'm sorry.
Question.
Yeah, that did. No, that was a good answer. That was great.
Stole my ideas and told me they didn't need me no more.
Yeah, they did. They
Yeah,
did. And
that's what they
started their
do.
own, and they're soaring. So, but what I told her when she called me, because you know she gonna call me and tell me what went on. You know, it's such this, that, and the third. Good. That's what I told her. You know me, Zam. Good. You
Hmm.
should be honored that you planted a seed. Now you can sit back and watch it grow. You got to be able to feel those feelings, and you got to be able to know that good leaders build other leaders.
Yeah,
And that's what you were doing, honey. And each
yeah,
time that happened, what happened to you? You became more creative and more creative and more
Absolutely.
creative and more creative.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And you have made your platform your entire life. When society told you no, you said, the hell with you. The answer is yes. I'm going to make my own platform. I got my own stage, my own voice, and you soared. And you continue to do that all your life. But let me just read this to the audience. It says that this about that age group that you talked about no longer working with, but wanting to in your first place. Education is not only about academics. And people always think that it's only about academics. And I
Right.
just want to set that clear because you gave us that early,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It says it also plays vital role, especially with them teens, them age groups that you have in their personal development, social development when these educational
Mm.
programs are provided only when they are provided with structure, though.
That's the key.
Without
That's it right
structure,
there.
without structures for a teenager, it's yard out. It's
Wow.
yard out. But watch this. So watch this, and then it says, when they do get this structure, now they will be able to develop the importance, and that thing will click. This with the amygdala and the different parts of the brain with the frontal lobe will now click. Azam, it's going to click,
Ooh,
and now they are going to be able to use and adapt to life social and
absolutely.
coping
All right.
skills
Come on,
such as time
clinician.
management now. And I've seen that in my own grandson because he
Mm.
gets to his classes on time. In fact, he was doing something tonight. He all over social media done one something tonight or whatever. I'm sure you will
My
talk about that.
baby.
Yes, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But organizational time management. Look, here's the big one: self-discipline, and
Yeah.
all that leads up to self-actualization. You know, but if they don't get that structure in them teenage years,
They're
Man, you
it's
better
doomed.
say that.
They're doomed. They're
hard
doomed.
out.
I
So
can't
thank
tell
you
you how
all for
many
doing this.
people.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Let me
Mhm.
just say hi to the audience one time, please.
Yes.
Hey everybody. Hi Carolyn. I see you. Is that you, Bill? I don't know if that's you or not.
Hey,
Vanessa, hi. Thank you for
Caroline.
joining. Miss Williams. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate all of y'all. We got quite a few people on Facebook. I can't say all your names, but thank you all for joining. It's just so many. Let me just click this right here and see who this is. Please click like and share, click your hearts, put up comments, ask
Put 'em up.
questions. Because we just at 3 minutes, we're under 3 minutes. We're gonna ask for any final remarks before we go into the fundraising. So right now, the last thing I wanted to talk about was Ed's house. So you quit the job
I
and you found
left.
out
I
what
was
you
working for a
really
charter school. Yeah, I was working for a charter school. So remember, I just mentioned that my ideas were taken by an organization, and
Mhm.
like she said, they went on and soared. But what God has for you is for you, right?
Mhm.
And so the same work that I was doing for them, I went in and started doing for myself and went back to those
Mm.
same schools that I got contracts with in my hometown of Newark, New Jersey, and they signed on with me. They said, look, Trojan, Miss T, we didn't bring you and your programming on because of the company that you work for.
Oh,
It was
that was
you.
Think Big, right?
Uh-huh.
That was
She
Think
said,
Big. She
she
got a
said,
company exam called Think Big.
they all said it was you, and so they believed in me and what I was doing. And that's kind of where it got started for me in this after school programming, writing workshops and things like that. So after all of that happened, I went over and started teaching full time in Philadelphia. And that's when I really started seeing the ridiculousness of the systems. And I always knew the classroom was a stepping stone for me. I knew that wasn't my final destination. But just seeing that, I had to get out of there a little bit sooner than I thought, it seems like. And when I did, I decided I'm joining my own community. I live right now in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And of course, it's outside of like in Philadelphia, the urban areas. But We don't have the resources and the programming that cities like Philadelphia have. There's an after school program every other block out there. There is, some kind of coalition or a group or, something. Do all of our people know about it? No. But there is a lot of things going on in areas like that. And then there's areas like where I am that's like predominantly white. They don't really have a lot of what my mom just said that was so important, structure programs.
Yeah.
There's no structure, and the only ones are in the schools. And that's first come, first serve. So with my own personal experience, having trouble finding care for my children before and after school, and just seeing the deficits in the learning and how schools are not allocating funds to this, the rates of special education and the students with disabilities, how they have increased over the last few years, and they are not doing anything. Why are there children right now today that have special needs that don't have a one-on-one in their classroom, that don't get allowed to go outside? How are you keeping a kid that has a special need on the spectrum with an IEP? A 504. These things do they not know? There's acts, there's laws that protect these babies, and these schools and systems are not adhering to them.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. That was really good. Oh my God, it was so good because you go so fast and you know your stuff. I'll be getting lost. You'll be losing me in a minute. Thank you all for joining us. I have to say hi to the audience. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining. Hi, Erica. Thank you for joining. Oh, sweetie, I love you too. Thank you so much for coming back this week. This is a fundraiser, and we are opening up Ed's House. Tell people what Ed's House stands for.
Ed House. Ed House is short for Education House. And so I'm building a learning center, and I'm calling it an academic and enrichment fun zone. And I called it a house because I want it to be that. I want them to come and be comfortable, be safe, and be loved on and accepted, but also have structure. And also get the extra support that they need. So Ed House is going to house several programs. One being T is for Teach, and that's my private tutoring business, where currently I tutor students with special needs between the ages of 12 and 40.
Wow.
And I go to them. So I'm now looking for a space to where I can have more opportunities to do that work and have a space where they can come to me. So that's one leg of Ed House. Let's say levels, right? Since we're building a house, okay? So that's one level of Ed House.
Yeah, you got that language. You got that language packed. Damn.
Another level of Ed House is our art studio. So Studio 7 Art Den, that's going to be the enrichment part, because like she just said, it's not just about academics, it's about social, it's about the enrichment part as well, giving them something constructive and positive and fun, because that does exist. A lot of times these kids think that it can't be fun and dope and academic and it's going to be
one. Well, you've proven that.
I was just hold on now, because I was just going to say, and then they meet me. And it's like, oh, we lit and we learning. Yes. With Miss T, we lit and we learning. And there's nothing wrong.
I love it.
Because the data is going to show that you can be relatively conscious and teach from a perspective of where they understand and where they relate. And that's what Ed House is all about. So we have the art studio, and we're going to be doing like sipping paints for them. Wintertime is going to be like hot cocoa and, things like that. And other art things that they have going on. And my husband
is going to about who's going to do the art. I was going to say, can we please have him on? Can we ask him to come?
I don't know where he is. He's going. He's somewhere.
No, he's on. I see him. He's on here right now. I see him. He's on with us.
I know his phone is probably on, but I don't know if he's like
asking where you're going to be located at.
So we're going to be located in Morrisville, Pennsylvania. That's Bucks County. And we will have transportation that's also going into Trenton, New Jersey. So that's going to be next. I'm going to talk to you about that's another level of Ed House.
Uh-huh.
So the
Right.
next level of Ed House will be the headquarters, and this is kind of like an announcement.
Come on.
I ain't know nothing about this.
PSA.
Ed House is going to be the new headquarters for Yopat South.
Oh my
Let me
God.
tell you about Yopat South. So I worked with Yopat South when I was in high school. They are a really huge nonprofit organization in the city of Newark, New Jersey, and they have partnerships with with the public school system there. And I did all these amazing things in the organization and what they did with the schools or what have you. And so the founder, Susu Stewart, who was also a mentor for me back then, we stayed connected and we worked together on different projects. And apparently she believes in little old me. She has
Oh,
resources out here in Trenton, New Jersey, and they're looking to bring their programming down here. And so YOPAT is youth outreach for performing arts and technologies. So basically that's teaching kids that's interested in music, which happens to be my first love, graduated from the arts high school, the first performing arts high school in
yes.
with the Likens. Should I name drop? No,
Drop it.
Just Google arts high.
Drop it.
But music is my first love. If you know me, you know that.
Yes.
And so to be able to bring music to these kids in this community, bring professionals and teach them how to do production and live music.
Can you bring Michael B. Jordan? Can you ask him to come over?
I don't know. I gotta see. You know, I
That's
gotta
his
my people
friend.
gotta call his people. You know.
Oh,
But
man,
that's
I just
another
wanna see it
level.
one time.
I don't know. You never know. We do have a 20th anniversary. Oh, no, don't let me not.
I
say that.
know.
I'm
I
not gonna bomb it.
know.
No, I can't say that.
If
20.
he
What?
comes
No.
up, I have to fly there just to see him. You do
I'm
know.
still 20. I'm not having a 20-year anniversary next year of high school. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, maybe he's gonna pull up. We'll see. But anyway,
I'm sure he will.
we
When
have.
Lottie
I'm
comes
so
to
excited.
ours.
I'm so excited about that partnership and being able to do this music
Congrats.
with kiddos and that's a big thing when a whole nother nonprofit that's been around for 15 plus years believes in what it is that you've done and what you're planning on doing. So I'm really excited about that. And so that's another level of Ed House. And then the final level of Ed House is our nonprofit sector, our nonprofit piece, and it's called Treyway. And that is an agency where we are going to be the liaison for special education professionals, special education grad students, and bringing them to the schools that need them. So remember I talked earlier about how there's so many students right now that don't have the proper care in school, out of school. Well, the government now sees that this is a problem, and a lot of states have now, New Jersey and Pennsylvania are included. And so that's where we'll be doing the work. They have a grant. They have money, guys. They have money, and they are paying parents and families to care for their kids full time. And they don't even know it. There's so many people who had to sacrifice their jobs because of COVID, and their special needs child couldn't go to school or couldn't get the resources. So they had to quit their job. They're staying home now. They're caring for their kids full time. How are they making money? How are they getting an income? You know, they have medicines that these kids have to take. You know, this stuff is expensive. And you know, Medicaid, what are they really doing? How much food stamps are they really getting? You know, but it seems like the government now sees that, and they have allocated funds in these states to pay these parents and these families to care for their child. But they have to have an authorized representative, someone that's managing them, that's keeping up with their hours, and, you know, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing with the funds or what have you. And that's what we'll be doing at Treyway. We will be that authorized representative. That's the nonprofit part. So Ed House really is a house of things that cater to the community and these children and education. It's so important.
That's good. Thank you so much.
And it sounds very supportive and all around. You know,
Inclusive.
yeah,
That is the missing piece here.
absolutely, and that's
Inclusive. There's so many demographics in these schools, and guess what? I'm thinking just in one classroom, how many different needs a teacher have to meet.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
it's just like the counseling room. It's just like the counseling room.
It's just like case management, because all these different dynamics, it got to be addressed simultaneously. You can't leave one alone, because it's
you really
just like
can.
an affection. If you leave it that one alone, it can affect everything else. You know,
That's right.
So that's a beautiful thing what's happening right there.
Thank
and then
you.
the energy for it is just like off the chain. You remind me, like I said, yo, you cannot not be hype if you come around me. You better be hype, because you ain't gonna
Period.
You got to be hype. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I told you, there it is, folks. You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table with your girl, Orthodox Big, and her co-host, Azzam Abdullah Azzam, Triple A, and the wonderful queen, my daughter, Miss T, who is opening a community center. Please, we have launched the popcorn double good, baby. Y'all ever had that?
Yeah,
Ooh, right, baby. Y'all better get that double good. Yes. Please click the link. I have put all the links in the chats everywhere. They are on Facebook. They are on Twitter. They are on Ed's house. You can go to Ed's house. Tell them where they can find you, sweetie.
Sure. So, the fundraiser she's talking about is the popcorn. It's a gourmet popcorn company, and we have pop-up shops, and we are fundraising to, of course, finalize our space, get necessary equipment.
Somebody said mine's is on the way. My popcorn is on the way.
All right, it must have got shipped. Thank you for ordering.
Thank you.
So, like in any business, you need capital. Yes, this is education. Yes, this is giving back. Yes, this is community, but it also costs. And I know, it's not something that I can do alone. And I'm looking and reaching out, like she just said earlier. I use my supports, and I want to take this time to thank you, Mom, for always being that support. I wasn't expecting any of this. She just was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna come on." I said, "All right, I'm gonna do whatever you say."
That's what's up.
Yeah, but I almost raised $400 by myself in one day.
Yes.
In one day. I'm not playing no games. You talking about our future. You talking about our future president. You talking about my grandkids. You talking about your kids, Sam. You talking about kids that not going to be on the street killing each other, people of color, killing color on color. We're not having that. So we need this community center open so that our kids can get in that community center and won't turn out like me. I'm just saying, the end of the road. Come on. The end of the road was pretty good. Oh, she was a crack addict that turned doctorate. That's fine. But how about she ain't have to never get there in the first place? How about prevention programs? That's what this community center is.
I'm so glad that you talked about that.
Yeah.
Because we actually have prevention programs lined up as well. And we have a few grants that just went out for the prevention programs. In this area specifically, there is a huge substance abuse issue in Bucks County. And so there's a lot of, and on top of that, these smoke shops, all of these things, they're just popping up on every corner. I mean, everybody knows Pennsylvania for, coming over here to get their tobacco, child, right? But in this town where I am, it's like 20. And my town is not more than like 3 miles.
Traffic lights. It's only 8 traffic lights really in the whole town. But they got 20 pop-up smoke shops.
And they just opened up a small in the plaza, a gambling store to where it got slot machines and stuff in there. Why would you do that? Across the street from the McDonald's where the kids go to almost every day after school, next door to the Popeyes that the kids go to, the nail salon and spa. You open so yes, there are, we have some programs that we will actually be going out into the schools as well. That's another leg. That'll be something that we'll be doing during the daytime. And we're partnering with the local church to do that. So we have a lot of things that are in motion in and outside of our classrooms. And that affects not just academics, but just cultivating productive members of society and future leaders of the world.
Ooh, where she get that statement from, Zan? Don't she sound like, don't she been hanging
You're
around
trying
something?
with us, right?
Been doing a little something, something, okay? That
Oh,
part
it's
right
all
there.
good.
I'm so proud of you. Let me tell you
Thank
something.
you.
I don't care what we've been through. This moment I am very proud of, just like any other venture that you have taken the risk and put yourself out there many time and time again. And I so admire your strength and your ability to do that.
Thank you.
So, folks, I have dropped the link. Zam, did you get your popcorn?
I'm getting it. Trust me.
When? Right now?
Popcorn,
You
get your
gotta tell
popcorn.
I'm a
Get your
supporter all day, every
popcorn.
day.
Thank you so much.
I got mine. I bought $100 worth. My husband bought
Yes.
$30 worth, and people is on there. And please get your popcorn today. Not only that, it's worth it. It tastes good. It's coming to your
Okay.
front door. They have
Yes.
all kinds of flavors, and I'm gonna go run through them
And
right now
share.
because we really need
I'm more than
to have
one.
a description of what we're actually doing here. So it's you set up teams. It's a campaign, and you set up teams, and each one of your teams get a chance to go on and put in a campaign, and it starts with $500, right? And I'm moving mine tomorrow. I'm telling you because I was off today, and on my off day, I was able to make $377. We still have
Yes.
2 days and 15 hours
That's
left.
right, guys. So this isn't something that's going on and on and on. This is a fundraiser. This is a deadline. So make sure you order your popcorn. You have 2 days left. Order
2 days and 15 minutes. But look, you
Okay.
have they got names like this: Butter Beauty, Butterfly, Main Cheesy. They got some white cheddar cheese getter, white cheddar cheese go getter, and stuff like that. They have like this new one in Infuso Fire with this infernal fire thing on top of it and everything, right? Then if you don't
That's
like
for my
popcorn,
spicy lovers.
yes. And then if you don't
Oh,
like
those are hot.
popcorn, look, how about that easy peasy caramel breezy, baby? Come
That's
on, come
me. That's me all
on.
day. That's me.
I'm the salt and pepper girl, boo. Okay. They got that salt and pepper going on. Okay. And guess what? There is even a slot for $24 if you just want to make a donation. If you don't like popcorn, it's a slot. It just says donate, make a popcorn donation, send DG popcorn to essential workers. Listen, 50% of what we all, I love this. Whoever came up with this, I'm so grateful
Yeah.
for these people. You get 50% for your organization, right? For your fundraiser. And then the company gets 50% for their products. That's their shipping, their boxing it up, their popcorn, their employees. Please keep doing the good work. This is one of the fastest growing fundraisers that I
Yeah.
have ever been involved with. So please, I dropped that link on every one of my social medias. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got them on in 6 different places. I'm sure if you're my friend on Facebook, it's in your inbox. I'm sure if I text you every day, I text over 75 people. And I'm sure all of you have the link.
All right.
This is to save our future. This is for our children. I might be talking too much, but I need to help the community center get up and running and get the windows fixed and get the supplies in and get everything. Do you have an address yet, sweetie?
We have one brewing. I can't really
Okay.
announce one just yet.
Okay.
But soon, definitely soon come.
Okay.
Actually, if you visit our website, www.edhouse.org,
Let me put it in the
Ed,
chat.
short for education, so that's ED House, HOUSE.org, ORG. You will see all of our updates. You'll get a really in-depth look on what our plans are, a little bit of what we've done already, and check out our blog because that's where we're making announcements, kind of bringing you on the journey to opening and building and making our house a home. We're bringing
Thank
you on the
you so
journey. So
much.
that's the next blog, actually. It'll talk about the address. So,
Azzam, do you have
Look,
anything, Azzam?
I don't want neither one of y'all talking about me.
Okay, that's right. Get it going. Get it going. And go and skip it.
yeah.
What's that, Azzam? He talk all that smack and he ain't supporting the cause. What kind of mess is that?
Y'all won't be leaving this show. They talking about the co-host ain't buying nothing.
Let me see what we went up to now. Because I'm gonna kill the game. I'm telling you now. Wow! Thank you, Azzam. Oh my God!
Let me
oh my God! I'm almost to my goal. I'm only 63 away from my goal of 500. I'm gonna move it tomorrow, and I'm gonna double it tomorrow. I'm gonna double it tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. Oh my God! Thank you,
Felicia Bergen, you in the lead.
She ain't playing no games.
My post for TikTok.
She ain't playing no games with it. I'm trying to tell you something right now. She ain't playing. He said he's gonna put it on his TikTok. It's going down if he put that on his TikTok.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my God. Listen, we need this community center to open February 2nd. We need it open. We're less than a few days away. We need this place to be open. Okay, so that's why I elected to come on and help my daughter and her husband and the community of Bucks County become wealthier and healthier by helping our children, especially people of color. We are colored. Who's going to help us? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who do you think is coming? What system do you think is coming?
That part.
To save you. I get that from Movita Johnson Harrell. Who's going to save you? Nobody's coming. We have to pull together and get it done. And I'm almost positive I saw you do it more than once. It's going to happen. And I am going to do my part as a leader in communities across this country. I'm going to do my part. So much. No problem, daughter. Anything you need, just give me a call. Any final remarks, Azzam? Do you have any final remarks for our audience?
Yeah, all I can say is thank you first and foremost for coming out and sharing your excitement and everything that's going on with you. And I pray that, I'm definitely going to be a supporter of you, and I'm going to pass it on to all my pages and make sure I add it there, because this is something that's definitely needed, because no one's coming to save us. You hear that? We have to save each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? God gave us the skills already. So if we wait for anything else, we're going to be in trouble. So thank you for taking what God put in you and sharing it with us. And I'm going to help build. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to give a talk, whatever. You're going to put me on the roster to come out there.
Oh, you already know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she got counseling services. She has virtual counseling services too, honey.
Yeah.
She's going to offer those kids that too. And you are certified.
Right? And got a GED, but then God scraped me up. So I got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Right? So
I'm so happy for you.
I talk about my businesses that's going up. As a matter of fact, my website coming out good. Doc, it's up, almost up and running and live already.
Go ahead. Put it out there. Go ahead and put it out there. Put it out there. Go ahead, put it out there.
Free at Last 2, right? It's called Free at Last 2, and because I got free, I'm gonna let others know they can get free too. And we open all types of stuff: recovery coach, peer support, anger management, domestic violence, the whole gamut, right under one roof. It's gonna be under one roof. You ain't gotta go.
And who's making your website though?
Your daughter, your other daughter. Stop playing. I'm in the building. Come on, I'm family. Y'all can't get rid of me.
Listen, this girl is a beast. If you need a website, if you want to write a book, she published my book and taught me how to become a publisher. Now I'm a publisher. Published my own workbook, working on my third one. She's a leader by nature. She passed the torch to her mother, and now I'm helping people write books, set up podcasts, and build their brands. We brand builders, baby.
Phenomenal.
Brand builders, baby. Listen, we're dynamic people. We have, Azzam, we have always been that way, and anybody that knows us can tell you that.
Yeah.
We always come to crush, kill, and destroy.
Hold on, let me show you my little man.
Great.
Yeah, I thought he was here.
Where he at? He went back in.
Jihad, where you at? Come here.
There you go. There you go.
Hi. Took a butt.
What you was doing?
Assalamu alaikum.
She said, Assalamu alaikum. What you say?
Assalamu alaikum.
My little Celine, Assalamualaikum.
Yeah.
Glenn know how to say it too. Glenn do the same. Why they all do this when they do it? Glenn be like, so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say good night, but we want you to please, good night, good night, good night. They saying you are the best. Oh, thank you so much. Anything you all need, just give us the call. Reach out to bring it to the table. We are here. We are everyday people, just like you. Everyday people that is thriving in our element, and we understand the assignments that we've been given today.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, all of us right here on this platform has been given and been so fortunate. I'm on my way overseas, so please send your prayers in. I'll take them with me so that you all going to Mecca and Medina in February. I'm going to have to turn it completely over to Azzam. I'll be leaving February 18th. All right.
Yes.
So we're going to say good night to the people.
And shout out to my son. Congratulations, baby.
Yes. Tell us what happened real quick. We got 3 minutes.
I have a black son who swims, okay? And he swims well. Hashtag Black Boys Swim too. He is a junior at Milton Hershey School, and he had a swim meet tonight, and I drove out there. So I just got back not too long ago and jumped on here with y'all. So shout out to him. I'm so proud of you, son. Congratulations, Jami.
Shout out, Jami. Grandmother loves you so much.
Man. He's such a great dude.
Yeah,
just
he's
such a great
amazing.
man. Such a great guy.
Love you. Love you, Jami.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Self-image is important.
Next Thursday, 8 p.m. Azzam, I don't know what we doing. What's next? Oh, that's the first week. We'll figure it out. Yep. Talk to y'all later. Thank you. Congratulations again, Miss T. Congratulations.
Thank y'all for y'all support.
Get that popcorn, y'all. Listen, even if you don't buy it, you can send the link to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Just to do an act of kindness.
A share is free.
Just a free share. Just share it. I dropped it all over the place. It's everywhere. Just share it. We love you too, Tasha. Thank you for supporting the show. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, Erica. Thank you all for joining. There's so many people on here now. Erica, get your popcorn tonight. I need one more sale before midnight to make my $500 mark.
She's so competitive. Do you see her? Azzam, get your co-host, okay? She's so competitive. She want everybody. I'm gonna get. Everybody gotta get their teams. Everybody gotta get their mark.
I get my mind is set. Listen, Erica, I'm telling you, I need one more sale for the night to make my 500. Tomorrow I set a new goal, 500, and the next day, the last day, 500. And that's my contribution to building that community center. I bet you get done. I love you.
I love you too.
I love contribution. If I need to do more,
thank you, Zan.
Gonna go there.
Good night.
Thank you so
you're
much.
Fine. Good night, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you, Zan. Thank y'all so much. Love you. Good night, everybody. See you next week. Awesome. Oh, good night, buddy. He said good night. That's how you do it.